They said in Umuagu that if hunger catches you at the wrong place, it's better to drink water and go home than to eat from an unknown pot. But Ejimofor did not believe such old women's talk. Ejimofor was a strong young man, tall like the Iroko and stubborn like the goat that never listens. He had just come back from the city after many years, chest full of pride, pocket almost empty, and stomach always growling. He had gone to the city with big dreams, telling everyone he would return a rich man. But the city showed him pepper. Every job he tried failed. Every friend he trusted turned away. At last, when he could no longer pay his rent, he came back home with only one bag and a wounded pride. In Umuagu, people like to talk. So when Ejimofor came back, they whispered, he went to the city and came back empty. But Ejimofor walked tall, pretending not to hear. He told everyone that he just came home to rest, that he would soon return to the city to start a big business. But deep inside, hunger was his closest friend. One afternoon, after working on his uncle's farm, the sun was hot like fire. The air was dry, and his throat felt like sand. He had not eaten since morning. As he walked home, his stomach made a sound that could scare a lizard off a wall. He looked around, bush on both sides, long empty road, no sign of people. He walked faster, but the hunger grew stronger. Then suddenly, he smelled something. A sweet smell, like soup boiling with meat. He stopped and sniffed the air. Oh! Who is cooking in this kind of lonely place, he said to himself. He followed the smell, and there it was, a small mud restaurant by the side of the road. The smoke curled gently into the sky. The roof was made of palm leaves, and the door was half open. On the small board outside was written, Mama Nuku Food Joint. Ejimofor blinked. I have never seen this place before, he thought. Maybe they just opened it. The smell of the soup called him closer. He looked around, no one in sight, no noise, no sound of people talking. But hunger is a dangerous master. He brushed away his worries and said, let me just eat. After all, food is food. He walked in. Inside, it was quiet. The air was thick with the smell of pepper and palm oil. An old woman sat by the fire, stirring a big pot. Her back was bent, her wrapper was tied high, and her headscarf was old but neat. When she turned and saw Ejimofor, she smiled, a slow, knowing smile that showed her yellow teeth. No, welcome, she said softly. Sit down, you look tired. Ejimofor smiled, relieved. Mama, I'm tired and hungry. Please, give me food. Give me fufu and soup with plenty of meat. The woman nodded. You came at the right time. I just finished cooking. She went to the back and brought a bowl of steaming soup and a plate of fufu. The aroma alone was enough to make a man forget his name. Ejimofor's mouth watered as he dug in. The soup was thick and red, and the meat was so soft that it melted in his mouth. As he ate, he noticed the woman watching him with that same strange smile. Sometimes she hummed a slow, old song that made the hair on his arm stand. But the food was too sweet to stop eating. When he finished, he sighed loudly. Mama, your food is heaven on earth. I haven't eaten like this in years. The woman laughed softly. My son, I am glad you enjoyed it. How much? He asked, wiping his mouth. The woman waved a hand. Don't worry about money. You will pay next time. Just promise me that you will come back tomorrow. Ejimofor hesitated. You mean I can go without paying? Yes, she said, still smiling. You remind me of my son who went to the city and never came back. You have his face. Ejimofor laughed. Then I am now your son too. She nodded slowly. Yes, my son. Come back tomorrow. Ejimofor thanked her and left. But as he walked away, he felt lightheaded. The world seemed to spin. He thought maybe it was from the hot sun or from eating too fast. When he got home, he slept deeply. The next morning, his mother came into his hut, shouting, Ejimofor, wake up. What did you eat yesterday? He rubbed his eyes. Oh, Mama, I found one new restaurant along the road to Umuagu bush. The woman there cooks like a goddess. His mother froze. Restaurant on that road? She asked. Yes, Mama. The sign says, Mama Nuku food joint. His mother dropped the pot she was holding. Chinik. My son, there is no restaurant there. That woman died many years ago. Ejimofor frowned. Mama, stop that talk. I saw her with my 2 eyes. She cooked for me. His mother shook her head slowly, fear in her eyes. That woman was not ordinary. In the old days, they said she cooked for travelers, but people began to disappear after eating her food. When they found out, they burnt her hut down. Nobody has cooked there since. Ejimofor laughed. Mama, stop scaring me. I am fine. But from that day, strange things began to happen. Ejimofor's stomach made sounds like thunder. Sometimes he felt as if something was moving inside him. He began to dream strange dreams, always of the old woman, calling him, saying, "You promised to come back." He would wake up sweating, gasping for air. One morning, he told his mother he was going to the stream, but his legs carried him towards that same lonely road. It was as if something was calling him from far away. He tried to turn back, but his body refused. When he reached the place, there was nothing there, only old ashes and broken walls. He stood there, confused. Then he heard her voice. "My son, you came back," she said softly. He turned quickly, and there she was, the same old woman, but now her eyes were hollow, and her skin looked dry like old paper. She was holding a pot of soup, steam rising from it. Ejimofor's heart jumped. "Mama, you are not supposed to be here," he stammered. She smiled, showing black teeth. "Once you eat from my pot, you belong to me. Come and eat again." Ejimofor tried to run, but his legs refused to move. He screamed, but his voice disappeared into the air. The old woman came closer, humming that same strange song. She dipped her hand into the pot and brought out a piece of meat dripping with blood. "Eat, my son," she said. "No," Ejimofor shouted. But she touched his forehead, and his eyes rolled back. The bush went silent. The next morning, people found Ejimofor's slippers near the bush. They saw the remains of a small pot beside them, with flies buzzing all over. But Ejimofor himself was gone. That evening, the elders gathered under the big tree. They shook their heads sadly. The oldest man, Ogwefinana, said, "Did I not tell you all? That place is cursed. The spirit of Mama Nuku still cooks for the proud and the hungry. Once you eat her food, you are lost forever." From that day, nobody in Umuagu ever ate from strange hands again. Travelers would rather go hungry than eat food they did not know. Whenever a child complained of hunger on the road, their mother would say, "Remember Ejimofor. If hunger catches you at the wrong place, drink water and go home. Never eat from an unknown pot." Even now, people say that on quiet nights, if you walk near that bush, you can still smell the sweet scent of soup. And if you listen carefully, you might hear a woman humming softly, waiting for the next hungry traveler. So whenever hunger comes and pride whispers, remember Ejimofor, the man who thought he was too smart to listen to old women's words, but became food for the spirit that cooks in silence.